We are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, I did not expect I would be doing this. I thought that the next time I was going to be doing an LR update was going to be when the anniversary LRs dropped. Now, even if we were going to get LR EZAs, which I was kind of expecting Gohan and Cell to EZA during this celebration. Like, I've been saying that the whole time. I thought they would, but I don't know that I would have thought they would be this good to actually like explode their way onto this list right here. So we're gonna do another update. This is gonna be the top 10 LRs in the game. Preferably, I really would like to split it up to Dokkan Fest LRs, Carnival LRs, and Yellow Coin LRs. But I'm not able to do that currently since, we only have 3 Carnival LRs, Tech Super Saiyan Goku, Metal Cooler, and then the STR Goku and the Z Fighters from the Hatchiak fight. Alright, so let's begin with number 10, which is Cell. Cell is very good, right? When you transform with Cell, right? Like, I maybe even should have cut out a separate picture for his transformed state, because transformed Cell is actually in, like, basically, transform Cell, transform Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then, like, Orange Piccolo. It's like they're by themselves. But Cell's transformation is not free, right? It's better after his EZA, but you have to fall below 40% HP. You don't just do that easily. Where it matters, a lot of these red zone fights and stuff like that, these enemies, they often will take you 100% HP to 0% HP. They don't chip away at you. Oh, they did 20% HP at the super or something like that. It's not typically how it goes in a lot of these big red zone fights, right? So, you could go into a fight, Cell on turn 2, you fall below 40% HP, Cell immediately transforms, and this guy's going to look like he should be, number 2 on this list, or number 1, right? But in base, this guy's just really not that impressive. His design sucks. Number 1, he's going to struggle really badly for ki, right? He doesn't get defense from his 18 key super attack effects, so you probably want to go for his 12 key super anyway, but it's like, you're either going to say, I like Cell because he could potentially do a lot of damage in base with a triple super, if you get good luck with this right here, his high chance to launch an additional super, but it's like you kind of want to go for his 12 key to get this extra defense, right? They didn't make base Cell good enough. Just his design, it's just flawed heavily. He needs something else. They could have made him greatly raise attack and defense for one turn right here. That would have helped him out significantly. I think maybe just giving him guard right here in base would have been fine as well. You can't say, oh my god, that's too strong. They gave it to Gohan. Gohan's got it. Why can't you just give it to Cell too? Like, his key mechanic sucks. Good LRs don't have key mechanics like this. Cell is a good LR, but this is not how units look these days, right? Bullshit like this. And then his links, his teams, it's like he's got a lot of flaws right here, but, when he transforms, other characters in the game can't do it like this guy, right? But unfortunately, I would say 80% of the time you're in this Cell right here, maybe more. It's just, you can't do it on command. You can't just decide you're going to be in this perfect Cell, right? This guy's insane. Again, if he's just this guy turn 1, he's actually probably number 1, right? Like, actually, this is probably the best character in the game, but you have to get there, right? This Cell, I feel like what might be controversial on this list probably will be Cell's placement. But it's like, you have to understand, you're not just in this guy the whole fight, right? Or otherwise we'd be talking completely different. This guy would also be much, much better if his teams and setups were better. We can compare this guy directly to Gohan. Gohan, his best partners are like numbers 2, 3, 4 on this list, basically, right? Like, it's like crazy. So I am comfortable putting Cell at 10. He does make it on this list, but I just feel like he's too heavily flawed in base. He's, kind of similar to like one of the EZA TURs, right? Where you potentially like aren't easily just getting STR Rose's ability or Tech Vegito Blue's ability, you know, that type of stuff, right? So at number 9, we actually will go ahead and grab LR Beast Gohan right here, Ultimate Gohan. I do think that he is very good, but he does have, I think, significant flaws as well. Gohan's flaws, of course, are his lack of ki. Ki is also a huge issue for this guy. If you get him to 20 or 24 ki, and he, you know, you get the good RNG, he launches the additional super, he's super effective against all types, he can do insane amounts of damage. I just think that they didn't quite give him enough, especially compared to like what Orange Piccolo looks like. I do think this guy is good, but the characters in front of him, I think, are just better. They're a lot of the characters in front of him, I think, are more cohesive characters with better key mechanics, stronger abilities, you know, more consistent. I really like. I do feel like a lot of people, especially with the Dokkan Twitter community, they love to take a character's best like turn or something like that, put it on Twitter, and say, "Look how good this character is." But it's not. That's not what always happens with a lot of these characters. For me, I do feel like I really value consistency, right? Characters like LR Vegeta and Trunks, you know, Tech Carnival Goku, right? Characters like this who you know what you're getting out of them. You start to turn out, they're defending well, they can do decent damage. Like, it's not like a roulette of, oh, how good can they be, right? Like, I don't know. Gohan can be super good, but, you know, you get bad luck, and there's no ki, and he's not really doing much damage. He's not really defending very well, unless you're going up against a Ki Blast boss. Not the biggest fan so much of this character. It's not even about Beast Gohan 2. People act like it's only because of Beast Gohan being restricted to his active skill. Yeah, everyone is annoyed with that, but if this guy was the best unit in the game, I'd call him the best unit in the game. I have no bias towards any character specifically. I am only talking about how good they are, right? And this unit has flaws. He has flaws with his ki and stuff like that. It's actually a concern. It's not made up. It's not just because he's not what we wanted. This unit is not designed well, period. And then his active skill is not even that powerful, right? Like, he's not stacking attack like a lot of the best characters with the strongest active skills do. So, you know, I like this guy at 9. I do. I've got no problem with him being there. All right, next. Wow, dude, it's crazy. Golden Frieza's at 8 now. Golden Frieza is so good. He's at 8. That's just so crazy. I love Golden Frieza. Incredible character. Very strong defensively for most of the fight. He can do very good damage. He's on strong teams. He has good link sets with, you know, a lot of these good characters like Coolers and stuff like that. I mean, you could point out he's got these 2 really shitty links in Resurrection F and Super God Combat. Yeah, they blow, of course. But, you know, he's going to have a lot of these links active. He's going to be on some of the best. I mean, the best villain team right now is certainly still either LR Metal Coolers team or LR Final Form Coolers team. One of the 2 teams. And Golden Frieza has his 200% leader skill on both teams, right? This guy is a must-run. Ridiculously powerful character. Let's see, I'm going to upload this on the 15th. So when you guys are watching this tomorrow, Golden Frieza is coming out on Global tonight, right? Because Golden Frieza is coming out basically tomorrow night, right? And what is it, like 28 hours, 29 hours, something like that? Golden Frieza is super good. You shouldn't summon for him on Global, but this guy is really good. I like him a lot. The only real negative here, I guess we should grab the unit I have directly in front of him, which is this STR LR Carnival Goku right here at number 7. These units, they're actually pretty similar, I think. But the reason I put Goku in front is very, very basic. This support right here, I think is huge. This shit is really good, right? This super class 2 key 50% defense. I think you could probably say this character has a tighter link set. Golden Frieza doesn't have necessarily a bad link set, but he does have a couple of bad links. This Goku has a ridiculously tight link set. all the good Saiyan characters this Goku is going to link up incredibly well with. He's on a bunch of teams. But then his active skill is really powerful. It can be tough sometimes to get it. You do have to get hit 10 times. But Golden Frieza has the worst active skill of any good top tier character. Golden Frieza has the worst active skill by far, whereas this Goku has a really strong active skill, right? Giving you crits for the full turn, giving all allies 5 ki. I feel like only a few times have I really been able to get value from this. Burst mode was one of them. But this is just, he's very similar to Golden Frieza, but he's supporting with a little bit stronger link set and a better active skill. That's why I'd put Goku above Golden Frieza right there. Okay, so we have that. Next, we have the 7th anniversary LRs. Now, I'm gonna see people continue to cry. These units have the same kits, right? Like, sure, could you put the LR Super Saiyan 4s down? Yeah, you could. But the thing is, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in, like, a suboptimal lineup on a 170% leader skill team, right? Not linking with anything. LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could easily outperform any unit below him on this list. Easily. LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has a much better key mechanic than like Ultimate Gohan, right? You have the better active skill. You have the, super attack counter. You have damage reduction per rainbow key spheres. This is probably the most disrespected unit in the game currently, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I would definitely rank the gods above because they're on, better teams, and it's just like all these teams they're on, they just keep getting relentless continued buffs. Whereas like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's teams have not really gotten these same type of buffs. Although we have just gotten some new characters for Fuse Fighters, like LR Orange Piccolo is helpful, right? Orange Piccolo and the Cooler Movie Piccolo, they're very powerful together on Fuse Fighters, right? So I am very comfortable with this. People can cry all they want to, and they're pretending like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta fell off. I feel like people who say this, they don't actually use this character. That's one big thing I've noticed. I guess I'm talking about, my comment section and Dokkan Twitter. It does seem like when people don't use these characters for a while, they completely forget how good they are, right? And it's like, everyone is using the gods because Movie Heroes is the best team in the game, and every second they're getting more buffs, right? I mean, we just got EZA Blue Gogeta, a week ago? But it's like, this unit has not fallen off. They have the same kit as the gods. And you can use this character on a lot of good teams right now. They are good. LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I continue to have no issue with this. Cry and cry and cry all you want to. These units, I'm putting them neck and neck right now. I'm still not splitting them up. No way. No way, Jose. Next, we have Final Form Cooler. Yeah, it's crazy. Damn, he's at 5 already, dude. Like, it's going to be... We might be a month away from Cooler being like 9 or 8 or something. That's crazy. I mean, it's, power creep happens, this is what happens with these games. They can't just drop Cooler and then he's like 1 or 2 or something like that forever, right? Like, yeah, like you want to drop new hotness and you make it better than the old hotness so people spend money, right? If you don't make these characters better than older characters, then, you could say, well, I don't need to summon for them. I'm already crushing Cell Max with, better characters. So that's why they got to make them busted like that. Cooler's very good. There's people who overrate him and people who underrate him. I feel like it kind of evens out, and Cooler, to me, for the most part, seems properly rated by a lot of the community. He's very good. He's one of the best units in the game still. I am not a fan of offensive style units. Typically, offensive RNG to me feels far less rewarding than defensive RNG. But this is a character who I think, for me, is kind of the exception to that. Cooler, even though, he's shooting out so many normal attacks probably, it does feel like there's a level of consistency to this guy. He just feels very strong. He does, I would say, feel very reliable. He has a tremendously powerful active skill, one of the best on this list, right? He does stack, which makes the active skill hit harder. He's got the attack break. This is one good thing that Beast Gohan does as well, is the attack break on the active skill. I've found to be very good because the attack break on the active skill, you don't have to necessarily break the enemy super attack for that to be good. It does seem, I've seen this happen a lot, where there's like one attack at the start of slot 1, and then there's like 10 attacks still in slot 1, but after your slot 1 character attacks, right? We've all seen that. That happens all the time. And it's like you pop the active skill, then all of a sudden there's no attacks, and you could put your slot 2 character in slot 1, right? Like that this is strong. I like LR Final Form cooler. He's dropped down now to 5. I don't feel like he's any worse than when he came out. Just simply, stronger characters are coming out. That's all. That's it. Still very good. Next, we have Carnival LR Goku. Again, crazy. Yeah, this guy is now at 4. Really, really good. I could probably just fill out the rest of the list right now, and then we'll just spend the next 15 minutes talking about it. We might as well. Okay. 3 is Vegeta and Trunks. 2 is Gohan. And then number 1 is Orange Piccolo. Let's fill it in, and then we'll get to jabbering away here. So Vegeta and Trunks still right there. AGL LR Gohan. Again, we're putting him at 2, and I am keeping Orange Piccolo at 1. Now, here's the thing. Here, let me get rid of... I always have these, like, extra fillers. It's just so it doesn't... Like, the start of the video isn't spoiled, and people could look and see, oh, I recognize that's, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right there, or something like that. Okay. Carnival Goku, Vegeta and Trunks, and Gohan. What do these 3 characters all have in common? Number 1, they're all guarding. Guarding is one of the strongest abilities in the game, especially with characters that stack defense, which all 3 do, and then also characters that have a very consistent link set, which all 3 do. This, you look at these links that these dudes are rocking, right? This is just where it becomes... This is the difference between Gohan and Cell, is, you get these characters with this shit, right? And they're on all these same teams. You're rocking them together. I mean, look at Gohan, dude. This is insane. It's just... You could just run so many different strong Saiyan characters together. You got Goku, you got Gohan, you got Vegeta and Trunks, you got both Carnival Gokus, right? You just go through all these different Saiyan type options who, are all sharing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 links together. You can do so many different setups. It's just so effective. Running like these 3 together is just, it's just crazy. Like you are so tanky. If you take damage, you'll be able to heal it back up since all 3 of them are stacking, right? If you fall below the 58% threshold, right? If you're running some android character, you transform into this guy. Here's the thing. This, like I mentioned earlier, Cell at 10, right? Like, his transform state might be number 1, and it could be, but the actual number 1 is probably this guy. This Gohan is just... different. I don't know. It's just the Transform Gohan and Cell feel like fan-made characters. Now, I was really struggling. Piccolo versus Gohan to me is tough. It's tough. If you look at Gohan, I definitely could see a scenario where you could get crushed with this Gohan, right? So Gohan, his one sort of flaw is that he starts out pretty weak. Turn 1, this Gohan is not impressive, right? But he is guarding and stacking. He's stacking in multiple ways. He stacks right here, and then he's also stacking right here, right? But turn 1, he could get crushed, even by some of the weaker red. Like, you go up against, like, the Metal Cooler Army or something like that, this dude could get destroyed. If you have him turn 2, and you fall below 58% HP, this guy could get crushed. Not Piccolo, right? Because remember, Piccolo is guarding for the first couple of turns, which is pretty helpful. Now, as the fight goes on, again, we're just directly talking Gohan versus Piccolo right now. Piccolo can get weaker defensively if you don't get this right here. And this is really so tough. I think Gohan Super Saiyan 2 is easier to get than this right here. Piccolo getting hit 7 times and falling below 30% HP, good luck, dude. That's just not consistent at all. Gohan, if we compare where he is right now to where he was in 2019, number 1, Super Saiyan Goku did not have, 3 Dokkan Fest LRs, right, to pick from to get Gohan's full abilities. And then Android characters, we didn't really have good Android characters to transform with him, right? You just had, like, the villain androids and then, the shitty Android 16s who suck cock. Now we have the Gammas, who are two of the most explosive characters in the game. You also have Android 8, who is on Movie Heroes, and there's several different setups you can get where Android 8 and Gohan could be on the same team, right? Path to Power Kid Goku, right? You could run his team. Gohan is on Exploding Rage. Android 8 is on there because of Dragon Ball Saga. Bam, right? Like, it's pretty... I don't know if I don't want to say it's easy to get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but it's easier to get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan than it is to get Perfect Cell, and it's also easier to get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan than it is to get this ability for Piccolo, right? Because 58% HP is not that bad considering how strong Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is. Because it's like his design, this guy might have the best design in the game currently, because you fall below 58%, and provided, you know, you have the Android restriction and it's past turn 5, you'll probably have stacked defense, right? You transform into Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then he creates all these orbs, and then he just heals your HP right back. It's crazy. It's very impressive what Gohan can do. And then, right, you have this ability activated because you're below 58%, and then you heal so much with the EGL key spheres that then you probably are then activating this ability right here, where he then gets a guaranteed additional super, provided Super Saiyan Goku's in the rotation. And guess what? Gohan has all 7 links activated with not just this guy, who's one of the best units in the game, but also this guy, who's another one of the best units in the game. They have the same link set. Vegeta and Trunks works just as well, right? The only links you don't have are, what is it? It's Kamehameha and Golden Warrior, right? But, you know, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, you got the Golden 5 right there, right? A lot of power being generated. I still like what this character does defensively, right? They're still very impressive. Remember, Gohan is on there, 200% leader skill as well, so you could certainly rock that. But I think one of the main reasons I would put Piccolo at 1 is this is just so much easier to do than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And it's like, Gohan probably does more damage than Orange Piccolo. I mean, well, he definitely... it depends. I mean, there's RNG factors into how much damage Gohan is doing, right? Because, again, he's getting an additional... he's getting 2 additionals, essentially, tied to HP restrictions. So, things can happen beyond your control that could either give you these additionals or not give you these additionals, right? It's just how it goes. But Piccolo, you transform an Orange Piccolo, and you just are doing 40 million damage without taking damage. The thing is that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, he can do a lot more damage than Orange Piccolo. But he's not invincible the way Orange Piccolo is, which is another reason why I think, put Piccolo at 1. See, here's a clip I have right here. Now, I mean, I was more so just teasing with this because what do you do with Gohan? You run him with Carnival Goku. So this exact situation happens, and then it's not actually a game over. Carnival Goku just revives with you. Again, it's an incredible rotation. But, I mean, this is what Gohan does against the biggest bosses in the game, right? If he gets supered, he's eating 1 million damage, just like a lot of characters are. And then that's the difference with Orange Piccolo. What happens with Orange Piccolo? You take 0 damage. That's what happens with Orange Piccolo. It's close. I don't think I really have like a good argument to like just be like, yeah, Piccolo is definitely number 1 and Gohan is definitely number 2. I think they're up there at the top together, and I do really think you could probably put either or there. I just think that Piccolo, the Orange Piccolo transformation is just, there's no risk. Whereas Gohan does have a little bit of risk. And I think Piccolo's condition is just way easier to get, right? I mean, it makes sense, because Piccolo is the newest summonable LR, whereas Gohan is... The thing about Gohan, I mean, you know, how many times have we complained about this guy being on every banner, and then now he's either the second best unit in the game or the best unit in the game. Gohan's leader skill is good, right? Like, if you just go through his kit, it's really a W at almost every level, right? Like, it's very, very well designed, very strong here. I give Piccolo the slight edge, but again, this is tough. It's very tough between Gohan and Piccolo. So yeah, I am comfortable with this. If I did it by tiers, this is what it would look like. I think Piccolo and Gohan are definitely on a level to themselves. I think Vegeta and Trunks, Carnival Goku Cooler, they're still there. I like this. Now, again, remember, the transformations for Gohan, Cell, and I mean, I guess we could say Orange Piccolo, they would be in a tier above this, but like you do have to transform into them, right? But again, I mean, Orange Piccolo is very easy, right? His is way easier. Either turn 6 with one enemy or turn 3 with a full superhero rotation. It child's play for Piccolo compared to what Gohan and Cell have to go through in order to transform for them. So that is that. If we take a look at my tier list from, when is this? This is December 31st? Only 2 weeks ago. Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Okay. Yeah, whatever. 2 weeks ago. I did not expect another one so soon. The only real movement here is just Gohan being inserted at 2. And then Metal Cooler and Goku and Vegeta fall off. Yeah, I mean, that was something I was really considering, was Metal Cooler versus Cell. But I mean, I just think that Cell, there are times where the fight will start, Cell's in the second rotation, and you're going to auto transform into this guy. And this guy's not going to feel like the 10th best unit in the game. He's going to feel like number 1. That's what's going to happen. If this guy's out on turn 1, okay. Yeah, have fun, because it's going to be a very easy run, no matter what fight you're in, basically. This guy's crazy, but you got to get there. Now, Metal Cooler doesn't have like a transformation like that in his back pocket. He's got the revive, which is good. He's got a lot of utility, but Metal Cooler, I mean, he just doesn't have anything pushing him over the top. And then the Goku and Vegeta, I mean, they're just heavily flawed, right? This unit, they are good, but like they're just vaguely good. They have flaws. So does Metal Cooler. So does Beast Gohan, right? But so does Cell. Yeah, so there we go. I feel, again, very comfortable with this. People might be upset at Cell at 10, but like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's got flaws in base, right? Yeah, it's RNG. You transform into Perfect Cell and he's great, but if you don't get there, he's not outperforming the other characters above him on this list. Cell is certainly not doing better than Golden Frieza. Hell no. Cell has to transform before he's competing with Golden Frieza. People might be upset about LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Again, he's got the same goddamn kit as the gods. I have no problem doing this. Maybe people will be mad that Gohan is not number 1, but I'm not arguing that. I mean, if you want to put Gohan at 1, sure, dude. Like, it's not a big deal. Him and Piccolo, I feel like their level of performance is very good. Like, who am I taking over the other? I feel like slightly I would be more comfortable with, like, Piccolo at 1 over Gohan, just ever so slightly. It's close. Vegeta and Trunks at 3 is fine. Cooler still in the top 5. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know how stupid I am. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.